Okay, sorry for the delay. Here's part 2 of how I do my bingo daubers. So I was asked this question before, what I use to adhere the glitter, if I use Mod Podge or something else. I just use the wet spray paint, and I sped this up, but I actually run outside, spray it, and then while it's still wet, I run back in and I make sure that I get the glitter on while it's still wet. So you want to make sure as you're getting the glitter on there, and you'll see me, I usually use the whole bottle, even though the bottle is covered. Like the whole dauber's covered already, but I'm still emptying the rest of the bottle. I'm always worried about those little ridges in there to make sure that the glitter gets down to the ridges. So I stick it on my turner, let it dry for like maybe an hour, and then I seal down the glitter with some clear gloss spray paint, probably 2 coats. Then I usually let it sit overnight, and we go in with some UV resin here. I use Resin Rockers UV resin. The glitter that I use, which I didn't mention, is by Not Your Mom's Micas and More. Both of them are linked you know where. Anyway, so I sped this part up, but then I'm going to slow it down here in a second. You see the bottom part where the ridges are? I'm going to have a little arrow pointing to it. I roll my finger over that area so I can push any extra resin out, because the resin tends to collect in those ridges, and then you get little like bubbles and stuff. So just be careful when you're doing that. Again, little tips and tricks and lessons learned after doing about 100 of these. So once I get all the resin on, I stick it on my turner and I let it spin for probably about 5 or 10 minutes just to let the resin self-level before I stick it under the light. Now again, true Cheryl OCD fashion. You ready? When I cure it, I don't just stick it under there. Here's how I cure it. So the first thing I do is stick the butt under, and you'll see my light is angled so the light gets right on the bottom of it, because if you just put it right under, it's not going to cure the bottom. Again, lessons learned. Then we prop it back up, stick it under there. I stick it under there for like maybe a minute or 2. Then once it's all done, I angle it, because the neck of it there doesn't get all the way under either. So I have to take it, angle it a little bit, stick it out towards the back, and then spin it a little bit more. I actually just finished this dauber the other day, but I haven't had a chance to edit part 3 of the tutorial here. So we're going to let this dry and come back for part 3.